Hello, welcome. This evening we're going to be reading through Heimerdinger's bio and story so we can get an idea of his background, the lore about him, and hopefully learn a little bit more. We've gone through quite a few yordles at this point, and I do feel like I've learned a lot more than I first knew. Because at the start I knew basically nothing, but I find it so interesting going through these stories. Like with a few of the other champions, there's a story for Heimerdinger. I've had a look through it all and it all looks a little short, so if I decide it's a little bit short I might add something else at the end. I'll just see what happens. I never know till I actually start reading, so let's get it all open and let's go. Okay, so here we go. Heimerdinger, the revered inventor. A brilliant yet eccentric yodel scientist, Professor Cecil B. Heimerdinger is lauded as one of the most innovative minds and esteemed inventors Piltover has ever seen. Relentless in his work to the point of neurotic obsession, he is fascinated by mysteries that have confounded his contemporaries for decades, and thrives on answering the universe's most impenetrable questions. Though his theories often appear opaque and esoteric, that's a new word to me. Heimerdinger believes knowledge should be shared and is devoted to teaching all who desire it. We learned last week that Heimerdinger is a teacher, and I think it was one of the universities. Can't fully remember, but I think we learned that last week, so that makes sense. That's the whole bio, which I think is weirdly short, so let me grab open the story. It's longer, but there's a lot of breaks in the story, so not quite as long as some of the other ones have been, but let's have a look anyway. Here we go. So the story is called From the Journal of Professor Cecil B. Heimerdinger. 1014. Oh, I've already read it wrong. Okay, it says 10th of the 14th. I think. I guess that's the date. 9:15. Current meteorological conditions in Bantle City seem optimal. Atmospheric pressure is ideal for today's experiments. Running a 5th trial for my... Oh my god, I can't read this. Okay. Tridiminium obulator. This afternoon, some fine tuning is required. Since my moustache, need to adjust the energy throughput. I have to say it again. Okay. 1400, as in 4 p.m. Tridiminium obulator is still not maintaining intended proper energy efficiency necessary to run more numbers. In the meantime, I have found something else that's very intriguing. While returning home after today's tests, I passed a gaggle of young yordles throwing a spherical projectile at each other. It's a simple enough concept. Throw the object at someone, catch it, throw it at another yordle, repeat. but yodel miscalculations result in several errors. They throw with inconsistent accuracy and force, and the ball, as they refer to it, is frequently dropped. There are many ways for this process to be improved. According to my calculations, and after collecting data from the participants, if the pitching was consistent in both speed and arc, there would be a 44.57% increase to fun. I need to ponder this for the evening. 10:15. Oh, okay. It's 15th of the 10th month. That makes sense. 5:20. Eureka! I've devised a solution. I've invented an automated ball pitcher. Current name H28G. It employs a consistent speed and trajectory, ensuring that the recipient will always be able to catch the ball. It redirects itself to the nearest yodel if there is more than one in the vicinity, ensuring everyone has a turn. I take it to the young yodels today and demonstrate my invention. Also, spilled toxic acid on my shoes this morning. Bothersome. 10:30. Tested the automated pitcher today. It did not go as planned. The young ones were excited enough about my invention, but when the machine was turned on, it was far too powerful. Even at its lowest setting, it completely knocked a yodel off his feet. Clearly, I overestimated the velocity behind their throws. I'll return soon to make adjustments, but my priority for now is the... Why do I have to keep saying it? Tridimum... Oh my god, why can't I say it? Tridiminium modulator. I must fix its complications before lunch. Once it's in good shape, I'll need to test it somewhere else. Bandle City is proving insufficient for field research. 16th of the 10th. 15:55. Apparently there's a giant in town. A highly annoying anomaly. The noise outside is disturbing my research. Must check fish tank today. They've been strangely quiet. 17th of the 10th. 10:40. I've heard that many yodels have been injured due to the giant-related disturbance. If this doesn't stop soon, intervention may be necessary. I hope H26G is still intact. I would lose a lot of time if it has to be rebuilt. 16:30. Everything is quiet again. It seems that the giant came to his senses and ran off. I need to gather H2HG tomorrow. Once I've finished with more pressing matters, I've almost perfected the Tridiminium modulator. 18th of the 10th. At 8:30. Today has been quite eventful already. I was surprised by a knock at my door. It seemed like the entire city was standing in front of my house. Normally when a crowd has gathered, it's because they have some petty grievance about my work, but this time they were celebrating. Astonishingly, it seems one of the young yodels took advantage of the H28G prototype I had left behind amidst the giant tomfoolery. He proved to be innovative and rebuilt the invention into a makeshift turret. It's powerful enough to scare off a giant. Imagine that. What an ingenious little fellow. I wish I could employ his like-minded... Another word I don't know. I wish I could employ his like-minded encephalon. Maybe, I don't I have big plans and his assistance could be valuable, but he'd have to leave Bandle City. The scope of my plans necessitates a more expansive testing ground. Runeterra should suffice. That was the story. It was very short, just like the bio. So I wondered if maybe we could read a little bit of the bio of Bandle City. I know that Heimerdinger's not from Bandle City, I think. That's what I read, that he's from Piltover. But we read a lot about Bandle Cities in these stories, so I thought it would make sense to read a little bit about them, about the city. So let me open up the page and let's have a read. Okay, I've opened the page up. The text is tiny, so I've had to make it a little bit bigger. My eyesight's pretty good, but not that good. So let me read it. Again, it's quite short, but I think it'll be an interesting read. Opinions differ as to where exactly the home of the Yordles is to be found. Through a handful of mortals, although a handful of mortals claim to have travelled unseen pathways to a land of curious enchantment behind the material realm, they tell of a place of unfettered magic, where the foolhardy can be led astray by myriad wonders and end up lost in a dream never to return at all. In Bandle City it is said that every sensation is heightened for non-Yordles. Colours are brighter, food and drink intoxicates the senses for years, and, once tasted, will never be forgotten. The sunlight is eternally golden, and waters crystal clear, and every harvest brings a fruitful bounty. The other way round. I always get the words the wrong way round. Perhaps some of these claims are true, or maybe none, for no two tale-tellers ever seem to agree on what they actually saw. One thing is known for certain, and that is the timeless quality of Bandle City and its inhabitants. This might explain why those mortals who find their way back often appear to have aged tremendously, while many others never return at all. Okay, that's interesting. That I guess it's just the Yordles that live there. Sorry this video was a little disjointed, but maybe it's nice to have a slow one. I'm hoping that the new Yordle info will be out for next week. I think she's called Vex. She looks very cool. I'm very interested, and I really want to read some lore on her, so I'm really hoping she'll be out by next week. If not, no problem. We'll read a different Yordle. We've still got some to go, but I just really hope she's out by next week. If not, hopefully the week after. So watch back here, and as soon as it's out, I'll be reading it. Thank you very much for watching this video to the end. If you got here on Heimerdinger. If you're interested in any of the other Yordles, please go back and watch the ones I've already done, and there's more to come if you're interested, so please watch this space, and next Tuesday there'll be another one. It's our regularly scheduled content, so I will see you next week. Thank you, goodbye.